In today's episode, I'm going to deep dive into the challenges facing passionate educators, passionate teachers who find themselves overwhelmed and maybe sometimes even feeling a little bit unsupported in today's school environment. We're going to explore why even the most dedicated teachers struggle, the current trends in teacher attrition and vacancies, and what actionable steps that we can take to empower them to thrive and stay. Today, we're talking about why good teachers are still struggling and what we as building leaders can do about it. Let's get started. Hi, friend. Are you ready to move into a leadership position? Do you have interests and ambitions that you want to pursue, but feel like you don't know how to take that next step? Maybe you want to start your own coaching or consulting agency. I'm Mel, and I help educators define their career path through correct mindset, knowing your options, and getting prepared for your career transition. I will show you how to level up your leadership skills, share your expertise in a new way, create impact on a larger scale, and put your leadership in motion. As an educator for over 20 years, I started to feel underused and like I had more to give. I knew when the time had come for me to leave the classroom and affect change on a larger level. Now, I'm ready to help you determine where your talents and skills mesh with your passions and interests. Put your leadership in motion and move into that next phase of your educational career journey. Let me help you define your career path by having the right mindset, knowing your options, and getting prepared for that next leadership position. So power up and put your leadership in motion. Hey, Empowered Educators. I'm your host, Dr. Mel Vandevort. Welcome back to the show and happy Friday. Today, I wanted to talk to you about why a lot of our good teachers are struggling in the classroom and what we can do about it. There's a lot of vacancies that are not being able to be filled, at least here in Missouri. There are teachers leaving not only the classroom, but also the profession in droves. They're stressed, they're overwhelmed, they're burned out, and we've got to do something about it. Teachers are fighting past absenteeism. They're fighting past low test scores. They're fighting past all of the things that they have to do on top of teaching. Not to mention they have their lives to live outside of being an educator. And it is tough. A school that I work with, they have a really high turnover. They have a turnover probably of 70 to 80% sometimes. People are leaving in the middle of the year. We have a lot of uncertified teachers. We have a lot of subs filling those vacancies, and those subs are not certified, of course, and they don't know what to do in the classroom. They're just managing the best they can. Or we have teachers that have been fast-tracked because we have such a teacher shortage, and they don't understand everything that goes into lesson planning, data collection, and analysis. They don't understand student engagement or how to make that more successful in their classrooms. They don't understand behavior management, and if students are engaged, that takes care of some of the behavior management. There is so much stuff that they just don't know. As building leaders, as district leaders, we have to understand the teacher struggle. There's this belief that poor teacher performance stems from maybe a lack of talent or dedication. It's not that at all. Many teachers are highly skilled, but they're overwhelmed by systemic issues. They may be truly dedicated, but they just don't know what they don't know, and they don't know how to fix the things that are broken. And right now, teachers are feeling the pressure. Things like compliance is really emphasized much more than competence. And it leaves teachers feeling unsupported and like they truly don't matter. If we want teachers to be successful, effective teaching requires a really robust support system, guys. It requires ongoing and adequate training We have to give our teachers that professional development that is job embedded. It can't be that one and done. They're not going to get it. I don't get things just hearing it one time or trying it one time. I have to have it over and over and over. And those things include classroom management, student engagement, how to adequately plan your lessons and align them to standards, how your assessments need to align to your standards, how to collect data, how to use that data properly. Teachers don't just innately know this stuff. And there has to be a very supportive culture in the building. You, as the building leader, you are that support. Leaders, your teachers, they are feeling this emotional toll, an emotional impact on all of the things that they have to deal with, the struggles that they are going through. And that includes feelings of inadequacy and burnout, which can often affect their students' achievement and the overall culture of the entire building. You've all heard that saying, if mom ain't happy, ain't nobody else happy. Well, if your teachers are unhappy, then no one's going to benefit. Your students are not going to benefit. Your other new teachers are not going to benefit. And you're going to feel the impact as a leader. I wanted to look up some statistics for you guys. So I wanted to see about vacancies at the start of the school year, because I know a lot of schools are struggling to fill classroom openings just to even get started with the school year. And the national rate, it is a really troubling statistic. It's growing, and that's not a good trend. The vacancies on the national level, they range from 5 to 15%. Now, when you hear 5%, that doesn't seem like a lot, but it is a huge number. In Missouri specifically, we're somewhere around 8% of positions being unfilled at the start of the school year. And I looked it up, and it says that there's somewhere around 66,000 teachers in public school in Missouri. That seems kind of low to me, but we'll use that as our number. So if there are 66,000 teachers and 8% of those classroom positions are unfilled, guys, that is a staggering 5,200, almost 5,300 positions, classrooms that have no certified teacher in them. That is staggering. And urban school districts, they struggle even more to fill those positions, to attract and retain qualified educators. And some of our positions that are open are content areas, special education, math, and science. Those are particularly affected. When we don't have qualified teachers in those positions, our students are not learning at high levels, and they're going to college unprepared. In order to fix this problem, our state departments are trying to do the best they can, I'm sure. Here in Missouri, we're giving sub-certificates. You take, I think it's a 125-hour course or 126, somewhere in there, and then you get a sub-certification instead of the 60 college hours that you would normally have to have. Now it's a certification with 125 hours of this course that our State Department has created. And then we are also trying to fast track some of our teachers. So we have this program, or a fast track certification program, that gets them through a little quicker. And then they're coming out not necessarily prepared like they should be. So while the intent is good, fill positions, we're filling them with unqualified or unprepared teachers. And this is concerning because just like not having a teacher at all, and we're doubling up on different classrooms, or we're eliminating certain subjects or programs, especially things like vocational programs or music gets cut a lot. In order to eliminate the issue of having unqualified and unprepared teachers walking into our classrooms, we have to provide that ongoing, that job embedded, that supportive, relevant professional development to our teachers. So let's take a moment to shift the focus. Let's talk about empowering our teachers instead of trying to fix them, because they're not broken. They just need some help. Just think about how you're feeling as a new principal. You started this school year on fire, or you're getting ready to start the school year on fire, and you are ready to take on every challenge, but you know what's going to happen, or you know what happened last year. You get in there and then life takes over, school life takes over, and you don't know how to respond to some of the things that come up. Your teachers are feeling that same way. So empower them, change that perspective so you can lead better and you're going to get better outcomes in the end. And here's some things that you can do. Think about some real-time support. It's really important to provide teachers with that immediate, accessible support when they face a challenge. Not all teachers, especially when they've come into the classroom for the first time, they're not prepared. They don't know how to face some of the challenges. They don't know how to respond. You can do some on-site coaching. You can do some peer mentorship. It doesn't have to be just you. You have a lot of capable people in your building. Do some collaborative planning sessions. Another way is that personalized coaching. You want to create a personalized growth plan for your teachers that's personalized, that's specific to their needs, tailored to their individual teaching needs. Help them build those skills better. And their confidence, they lack confidence sometimes in their teaching practices. And when you lack confidence, it's going to show up in your instruction. Another way is some really good systems that are logical and easy to navigate. This allows your teachers to focus on instruction rather than just all of the administrative stuff that they really don't have the capacity to focus on right at this moment. Also, provide some practical tools and resources that your teachers can use or implement immediately, like lesson planning templates, classroom management strategies, and data analysis frameworks. I have an Empowered Educator community that your teachers can join. They can be supported there. I have a lot of resources. They can communicate with me and I can work with them. I will put that link in the show notes. It's always in the show notes, but I'll move it up, bump it up so you can see it a couple of times. I would love to have your teachers as part of the community. It's a free community, but they can learn a lot and they can get support in a way that you might not be able to because you're also new. You're also learning your job. But I have a lot of seasoned educators and a lot of seasoned administrators in this group, and we can help your teachers grow in the area where they are struggling. Knowing that our teachers are struggling because no one ever showed them how to plan lessons that actually align to the standards or how to manage a classroom in a way that keeps the focus on learning instead of on behavior, I decided to create a program, and it's called the Confident Classroom. It's a coaching and support program that helps your teachers go from just trying to survive the week to actually feeling like, hey, I've got this. I work directly with school leaders like many of you listening who are tired of seeing your great teachers burn out and walk away, and then you have those vacancies to fill again. You've poured a lot into them and now they're leaving and you have to redo that whole process with a new set of teachers. Or we can set it up so I can work directly with your teachers, or we can build out something that supports your whole building vision. Either way, I'm going to walk beside your teachers and you and help you create stability in your school. Because when your teachers feel confident and capable, they stay. They're prepared. They're able to teach the way they want to and the way they need to. If you've got teachers on your staff right now who are hanging on by a thread, or you're onboarding new teachers who just need more than that one PD day and a prayer, let's connect. And I will have that information in the show notes for you as well. I just want to show you that this kind of support does exist. You don't have to do it alone, and neither do your teachers. I offered you some tips for your teachers. Now, how about some solutions for you as the school leader? Mentorship programs are so important, especially when you're just starting as a new building leader, because you also don't know what you don't know. You're trying to learn your job, plus you're trying to help others learn their job. And it's daunting sometimes. It can be challenging. And a structured mentorship program helps not only your new teachers when you pair them with an experienced mentor, but it's going to help you when you're paired with an experienced mentor. With a supportive environment, your teachers can grow those new skills and you can grow those new skills. And many states have new leader programs. In Missouri, we have Missouri Leadership Development System, the MLDS. It was a great system that I went through. I loved it. It was a great program. And I got a lot of information. I was able to work with people who were at the same spot as I was, brand new principals, but we were working with very seasoned facilitators who helped us grow those skills over 2 years. Guys, when your teachers feel empowered, when they feel supportive, the retention rates are much higher. We cannot afford to pour into new teachers just to see them leave. We have to keep them because the longer they stay, the better they get. And if we are losing new teachers or seasoned teachers, and then we have new teachers who are not seasoned, they are not prepared, they're not qualified coming in, we have to pour a lot into them. So we need to keep the teachers that we have. It's going to lead to those improved student outcomes, this better school culture for everyone, and a much more stable workforce. I want you guys to click on the link at the very top of the show notes and send me an email. Tell me about your experiences. Tell me what you need. Tell me what you're looking for. I've had a few people actually use that, and it's wonderful. I've been able to connect with some of you, and I want to continue connecting with you and supporting you. And if you want to know more about the Confident Classroom program, be sure and click on that link. Let's connect. Let's talk about how I can support your teachers or how I can support you as the new building leader. Remember, you're not alone in the struggle. As we work together to create supportive and empowering environments for our teachers, we pave the way for them to thrive, to grow, and to inspire the next generation of students and teachers. So let's commit to going the extra mile to motivate, inspire, lead, and empower our educators. Have a great weekend, guys. May the Lord bless and keep you. May his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift you up and give you peace. Bye-bye.